There you going. Jump on in.
Ooh.
Be nice and warm.
Warm in here.
Oh no, I tried to keep it that way.
Freezing outside.
Oh, I know. It's only 6 degrees.
Oh no, thank you.
How's your night been?
Yeah, it's been alright. Got banned from the beachy, but you know.
What? No, I need a story.
No,
You can't
literally.
start with that and not tell me.
Some guy was like friends with the Seki, and he was like trying to crack onto my friend, and she kept saying no. So then and then all of a sudden, like all these Sekis come up to us going, "You have to like leave."
What?
And we were like, "What the fuck? Like why?" Like they didn't give us a reason, and then. Like we asked one of like the girls, like, and she's like, apparently this guy was saying like you're really like intoxicated, so the bartender can't you off. I was like, are you kidding? Like I'll literally show you my bank statements. I've literally got one drink from the bar. Like, are you kidding me? And yeah, so we were like, this guy's like a piece of shit. Like keep an eye out for him. Like treating girls like shit.
Yeah.
And like he's literally going on to the sec. He's like saying all this stuff to like kick these girls out. He's mates with like heaps of the guy Sekis, and I was like, that's such a piece of shit. Like,
That's
whatever.
so wrong.
Yeah, right? But yeah, so they literally kicked us out and like banned my friend. I was like, yeah, sweet, cool.
What? So they banned your friend because she wasn't interested in this guy?
Yeah.
That's fucked.
I know, right? Like heaps of the Sekis are a piece of shit like everywhere, especially there. And I was like, yeah, sweet, like whatever.
That's wrong.
I know.
I'd be pissed
and like
off
I
at
literally was like talking to like two like girl Sekis when I was kicked out, and I was like, just like keep an eye on him, like just because I was just trying to cover like other girls, like
Yeah,
if something happens. And they're like, yeah, like we'll definitely keep an eye on him, like blah blah blah. And I was like, yeah, like
That's so wrong.
please. I know. And I was like, this is a bit of shit, like whatever.
So where are you headed now then?
I'm going home.
Oh, that's it. You've calling it a night.
Yeah, I'm calling it a night. And I was like, fuck this. Like I'm ready for bed now. Like.
Especially after that, like that sucks.
Right? And I was like, whatever, like I'll just go home, that's fine.
Yeah.
Like I was just like at a friend's like when we like went home, and I was like, no, like it's time for bed now because like I'm so over it.
Yeah, you don't need that.
Yeah. And
If there's guys like that out there, nah,
I
screw 'em.
know. Like I was like, whatever, fine. But like the Seki's like a piece of shit. It's like
That's wrong.
they shouldn't be able, like obviously it's not like right for them to do that. But like fuck them.
What was the point? What was the plan for tonight? Were you just going out having a couple drinks?
Yeah, we're just like going out for a couple, and then we're gonna go there tomorrow night as well because there was like an event on at the beachy. But now like we're not going to because she's banned, and I was like, yep.
How long is she banned for?
6 months.
What?
Yeah.
What the? Can you appeal it?
Well, I don't know. I don't think she's gonna even bother because she was just like, whatever. Like, I'll just take it. Like, I'm not gonna start an argument because, well.
Oh, they'll just ban you for longer and set
Yeah,
you off.
exactly. So she's like, I'm not even gonna try and do anything. I was like, yeah, but that's such a shit fight. And like, I nearly got banned because like I was like having a go with the Sekis because I was like, why are we getting kicked out? Like, we haven't done anything wrong.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, but the bartender like cut you off. And I was like, no, she didn't. She just literally gave me drinks. Like, what do you want about?
Yeah. What?
And they're like, oh, okay.
And they weren't even willing to like go and like validate it or.
No. They were like, you just need to leave. And I was like, whatever, fine.
Now, I'd be going to a different club from this point onwards.
Oh.
So from the people that have picked up have also said that the guys and the Sekis out on this end are horrible.
Oh, they are.
They're there for if you don't give them the time of day and go home and root them,
Yeah.
it's nah.
Yeah, exactly. I just said what's just happened. It's like we literally said no to a few guys, and then we've been kicked out because they're friends with the Sekis.
That's
I was
wrong.
like, that's so unfair. Like, I literally have the right to say no. Like,
Yeah, no, you do. Yeah.
And like the guys that were cracking onto us are like these lads with like bum bags and they got neck tattoos and everything. And I was like, no. Like I literally said straight to their face, no, I'm not interested. And they go off sooking to their Seki mates to get me kicked out because I've just like rejected them. It's like, come on guys, like get over it. Like
They can't
seriously?
expect to land every girl.
Exactly.
That's
like,
that's wrong.
oh, I freaking hated it.
And were you there with the intention of if some guy approached you and some guy was nice to you, that you may
Yeah, sure. Why
see
not?
where things go.
Yeah, of course. Like, if anything happens, like, and I'm interested, then
Yeah.
sure. But if I'm not, then I have the right to say, oh, no.
100%.
But, like, they're obviously fucking sookie cunts, and we're like, oh, what the fuck? You need to kick them out now.
Oh,
And I was like, yeah, sweet, sure. And, like, my friend that I was with, she has a boyfriend as well, so she was like, no, like,
yeah.
of course I'm not interested, like, get away from me. And they, like, kept trying to crack on, and then I stepped in and I was like, no, leave her alone. Like,
Yeah.
and then they were, like, trying to go on to me, and I was like, no, sorry, like, I'm not interested.
Wait, so you rejected from one girl and then you bounced to the next?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's desperation.
And then the fact is, he's actually someone, like, his name's Beery on TikTok.
Beery.
Like, yeah, like, he makes all these TikToks of, like, people, like, he works in, like, the entrance or something, and I was like, he was, like, pulling it up, trying to show people that he's got, like, clout, and I was like...
That means absolutely nothing.
Literally, I was like, I don't care, like, I'm not into that shit, like, whatever.
Cool, you have 16 and 14-year-old.
Yeah,
like, oh my god, you look
exactly.
great. Like, no one
I was
cares.
like, no, thank you, I'm not into that. And then, yeah, and then, like, he was like talking with his Seki's mates, and then we got kicked out, and we were like, yep. So, and, like, the girl Sekis were like to us, like, oh, like, we've just been told by, like, the bigger, like, Sekis that we have to kick you out, like, we're really sorry. And, like, we were asking them why, and she's like, oh, like, I don't know, like, I'm just going off, like, what my higher Seki say.
Yeah.
And we were like,
It's like a hierarchy that they have to follow.
And I was like, are you kidding? And mind you, like, the guys that he was with and him are, like, all wearing, like, TNs and shit, like...
And they don't find that, like, sus or, like, have any...
Well, like, the girls were, like, saying to us, like, we're really sorry, like...
Oh,
But
if they were sorry, they would have done more about it.
Exactly, 100%. But they're like, if, and then I was talking to another one, and they were like, I'm sorry, but it's like law if the bartender says you're cut off. Because when the bartender said we're cut off, but we saw, like, her talking to the guy that was, like, trying to crack onto us.
Yeah.
So she's, like, obviously, like, just taking, like, what he said about us or whatever. So,
Which,
like,
you would think it'd be the other way around. I mean, most of the time it's the girl that gets hit on, it's the girl that gets drugged or that gets taken away. Like, you would be on the female side more than the male.
Yeah, but she could 100% tell us that we were, like, completely not, like, drunk or anything. Like, we were completely fine. But then she literally goes to my friend, okay, so I can't, like, give you anything, I have to give you a water. And she's like, sorry, what? Like, I can literally show you our bank statement. We've bought one drink. She's like, I understand that, but could it be pre-drinking? And I was like, do we sound like we're fucked? Like,
yeah, you sound perfectly sober, like nothing's wrong.
I was literally fine, and so was she. And then I, like, obviously arced up because I was like, well, that's not fair saying it to her when she sounds exactly like me.
Yeah.
And, like, all this other stuff, and I was like, no, like, whatever. And then, like, she obviously was, like, fighting about it. She was, like, so mad.
You poor things. I feel so bad for you guys.
Like, I was like, this is an absolute load of shit because, like, this is the only place, like, really to go around where I live.
Yeah.
And now I'm like, I'm not banned, but, like, she's my
It feels
best,
like you are, yeah.
Yeah, but she's my best friend, so obviously I don't really go out without her.
Yeah.
So, like, I'm obviously not going to be going out without her, so I'm pretty much
you need
not gonna be going for 6
support
months.
as well. That's not fair.
Yeah, exactly. So I was like, yeah, whatever.
So one thing I want to ask as well is, even though you had disgusting lads with tans and Nikes and like feral guys, right?
Oh, they were disgusting.
In terms of like, one thing I want to ask is, right, does it make you feel good or does it make you feel worse having those types of guys be interested in you?
I think worse.
Yeah?
Yeah, like, I don't know. Like, I kind of, like, think of myself, like, being a bit, like, because I'm quite out there as well.
Yeah, you got a very big personality, and that can be a big winner for a lot of people.
Yeah, and I think because I'm like that as well, so any guy thinks that they can, like, come up to me and I'll think that, like, I'll be attracted to them, but then I'm not. Like, I feel bad then when I'm saying to a guy, no, sorry, like, I'm not interested.
Yeah.
But at the same time, everybody has got their own type and like, all that type of stuff. And, like, I personally am not interested that that whole lad looking type.
I think
chance.
and I'll make a big statement. I think you have to be pretty stupid.
Yeah.
Because not only like they're just gonna fuck you over and
Exactly.
gonna make you worse. Whereas,
And I don't know what type of shit they're into as well.
oh,
Like,
100%.
I don't want to get into no trouble or anything. Like, I'm not into that.
You don't want me to use you as like a mule for
Yeah,
different
exactly.
things.
So, like, I try to stay clear from those people, and especially with, like, just the way they look. Like, I'm not into that. Like, the whole neck tattoos and things. Like, I'm just not, like, that's personally
vibe.
not my type. Like, of course, it can be other people's, but it's just not mine.
Yeah. I just like that there are people that think that they are a one type for all kind of thing.
Yeah,
and that,
exactly.
And it's always the guys. I always
Oh yeah, 100% it is.
and I pick up a lot of boys because I wouldn't say the men. I would say boys.
Oh yeah.
Where I'm like, oh, what's the plan for tonight? We're gonna pick up. We're gonna go home. We're gonna get late. I'm like, mate, you just gotta have a nice time. You don't need to look for that.
No, 100%. It's always the males. Like, I don't want to discriminate or anything, but
But it is.
It always seems to be the males
Yeah.
that are trying to like do that type of stuff, not the females.
100%.
But I don't know. I guess that's just like the world we live in now. So
Gotta find the
Gotta-
nice ones, and Tinder usually leads to that. I would say.
I'd hope so, but well, I guess we'll see, won't we? But anyway, it was nice to meet you. Have
No
a
worries.
good night.
You too.
okay?
Have a fantastic night. See you later. Get in safe.
Later.
See you later.